Hello, and welcome back to English Chat Studio.
Hi, everyone. We're really happy to be here with you again today. Wherever you are listening from, we hope you're feeling relaxed, comfortable, and ready for a simple, natural English conversation.
Yes, whether you are at home, traveling, cooking, walking, or just resting, this is a great time to listen to real English and slowly improve your understanding. And if this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe because we create real-life English conversations that help you speak more naturally and confidently.
Exactly. Our goal is simple. We want to help you understand real English and use it in your daily life without feeling nervous.
So, Alex, how are you feeling today?
I'm actually feeling pretty good, Alice, but I have to say, I feel a little tired today.
Tired? Why? Did you sleep late?
Not exactly. Last night, I did something that I usually avoid doing.
Oh, really? Now I'm curious. What did you do?
I sat down, opened my bank account, and carefully looked at all my spending from the past month. And honestly, I didn't expect what I saw.
That sounds serious and also a little stressful at the same time.
It was. At first, I thought, okay, I'll just check quickly. But then I started looking at all the small payments. Coffee here, snacks there, online shopping, quick food orders, a few small things I didn't even remember buying. And when I added everything together, the total amount was much bigger than I imagined.
Yes, that happens to so many people. Small daily expenses don't feel expensive in the moment. A coffee doesn't feel like a big deal. A snack doesn't feel like a big deal. One food order doesn't feel like a big deal. But together, they become a big number.
Exactly. And that made me think maybe I need to be more careful and more organized with my money. Not scared of money, just more aware. Because I don't want to feel shocked at the end of every month.
That is actually a perfect topic for today's conversation.
Yes. Today we are going to talk about money, monthly budgets, spending habits, and simple ways to manage your money better without stress.
This is such an important topic because money is part of daily life for everyone. You may talk about money with your family, your partner, your friends, at work, at a bank, or even at a shop.
And honestly, for many of us, talking about money in English can feel confusing at first. We hear words like income, expenses, savings, debt, and budget all the time. We also use verbs like afford, save, spend, and borrow in everyday money conversations. But we don't always feel confident using them naturally.
But don't worry. In this conversation, we'll use simple English, clear examples, and natural conversation. Not a boring lesson.
Yes, please. I already got enough stress from my banking app.
Fair enough. So let's start with a simple and honest question. Alex, do you follow a monthly budget, or do you just spend money without planning too much?
I would say I try to follow a budget, but I'm not always consistent. Some months I feel very motivated. I track my spending, I feel organized, I feel responsible. And then some months I just spend without thinking too much.
That sounds very honest. And I think many people listening right now will feel the same way. Budgeting sounds easy, but doing it every month is not always easy.
Exactly. What about you, Alice? Do you follow a budget strictly every month?
I wouldn't say strictly. I don't sit with a calculator every night. But I do try to track my income and my main expenses every month because it helps me feel more in control of my money.
That makes sense. When you don't track your money, it can feel like your money is just disappearing without explanation.
Exactly. And then you check your account and think, wait, where did it go?
That was me last night.
Yes, we know.
A budget is simply a plan for how you will use your money.
Right. It helps you decide where your money should go before it disappears.
And income means the money you receive.
Expenses are the things you spend money on.
So if your income comes in, but your expenses are not controlled, your money can disappear very quickly.
Very true.
So tell me, Alice, when you receive your salary, what is the first thing you usually do with your money?
The first thing I always do is pay my rent. Rent is my biggest and most important expense, and I never want to be late with it.
Same here. Rent is also my biggest monthly expense. It takes a large part of my income every month.
How much of your income goes to rent, if you don't mind sharing?
I would say around 35% of my monthly income goes to rent. And yes, it feels like a lot, but I live close to my workplace, so I save time and transportation costs.
That's actually a good trade-off. Sometimes a cheaper place can cost more in other ways, like time, energy, or travel money.
Exactly. A cheaper apartment far away may look good at first, but if I spend 2 hours traveling every day, that has a cost too.
Yes, that cost may not always be money. Sometimes it is time, energy, and peace of mind.
Right. So I try to think about the full picture, not just the rent price.
After rent, what are the next things you usually pay for?
After rent, I usually pay my utility bills. Electricity, water, sometimes gas, then phone and internet. Those bills are not exciting, but they are part of life.
Very true. Nobody gets excited to pay the electricity bill.
Exactly. But the good thing is, these bills are usually similar every month, so they are easier to plan.
Right. These are called fixed expenses.
Fixed expenses are expenses that don't change much from month to month. Rent, phone bill, internet bill, loan payment. These are common examples.
They are predictable, so they are easier to manage.
But then we have variable expenses.
And those are a little more dangerous.
Yes, because they change depending on your lifestyle. Groceries, eating out, shopping, entertainment, snacks, gifts, random online orders,
Random online orders are very dangerous.
especially late at night.
Why late at night?
Because at night your brain says, you deserve this.
And in the morning?
Your brain says, why did you buy this?
Very real. So, how much do you usually spend on groceries in a month?
I usually spend somewhere between $250 and $300. It depends on what I buy and how often I cook at home. When I plan my meals, the amount stays under control. But when I go shopping tired, everything changes.
What happens?
I go to buy vegetables, and somehow I come back with snacks, ready-made food, juice, and something I did not need.
That is very common.
Yes, I think many people spend more money when they are tired. Cooking takes time and energy, and sometimes ordering food feels easier.
Exactly. And that's where the idea of convenience comes in. Convenience saves time, but it usually costs more money.
That is a very important idea for anyone who wants to control spending. Because convenience feels small in the moment, but if you use it every day, it becomes expensive.
Fast food is convenient. Delivery is convenient. Ready-made food is convenient. But all of that can add up.
That sentence should be on my fridge.
Maybe next to your budget. Now, let's talk about eating outside, because this is something many people enjoy. How often do you go to restaurants or order food online?
I think I eat outside maybe once every week. And sometimes I also order food online during busy days.
That can become expensive over time, especially with delivery charges and extra fees.
Yes, one meal may not feel expensive, but when you add delivery charges, service fees, tips, and taxes, the final amount can be much higher.
And when you do it many times in a month, it becomes a significant amount.
Exactly. A significant amount means a big or important amount.
I try to limit eating out. I usually eat out maybe 2 times a month, mostly on weekends with friends.
That sounds reasonable, because you still enjoy life, but you don't spend too much.
Yes, that's the goal. I don't want a budget that makes life boring. I just want to be aware.
That's a good point. A budget should not stop you from enjoying life. It should help you enjoy life without stress.
Now let's talk about something very common. Coffee.
I knew this was coming.
Do you buy coffee outside regularly?
Yes, I do. Almost every working day. There is a coffee shop near my office, and it has become part of my daily routine.
And how much does one coffee cost?
Around $4 per cup.
So if you buy coffee 5 days a week, that's about $20 per week. And around $80 per month?
Oh, when you calculate it like that, it sounds like a lot. But in daily life, it feels like a small expense.
That's exactly how small habits become big expenses without us noticing.
True. When I buy it, I think it's just coffee. But at the end of the month, coffee says, "Hello, I am part of your financial problem."
That is too real.
So what do you do?
I started making coffee at home. Now I spend much less, maybe $15 or $20 per month. That's a big difference. Yes, and I still buy coffee outside sometimes. I just don't do it every day.
That sounds realistic.
Exactly. Small habits can create big results over time.
Now let's move to transportation. How do you usually travel to work?
I drive a car, so my transportation costs are higher. I have to pay for fuel, insurance, parking, and sometimes repairs.
That can be expensive.
But it also gives you flexibility and comfort.
Yes. I don't have to wait for a bus or depend on schedules. But I know I'm spending more money for that convenience.
I use public transport, and I buy a monthly pass. It allows me to travel without worrying about daily tickets.
That's very convenient and usually cheaper.
Yes, but again, it depends on your lifestyle. Driving can be comfortable, but expensive. Public transport can be cheaper, but sometimes crowded or less flexible.
So again, it is a trade-off.
Exactly.
Money choices are not only about money. They are also about time, comfort, energy, and lifestyle.
Now let's talk about something serious. Debt.
Yes, this is important.
Do you have any loans or credit card debt?
Yes, I have a small loan that I am still paying. Every month I pay a fixed amount to reduce it slowly.
That's good, because regular payments help you stay in control.
Yes, and I try not to increase my debt because I know it can become stressful.
Debt means money you owe.
Debt can be helpful sometimes. For example, a student loan, a home loan, or a business loan can help people in important situations.
But too much debt can create pressure and worry.
Especially credit card debt, because interest can grow quickly.
That's why it's important to understand what you borrow and how you will pay it back.
Exactly. Borrowing money is not always bad. Borrowing without a plan is the real problem.
That's a strong point. Do you save money every month?
I try to save at least 10% of my income, but it's not always easy, especially when unexpected expenses appear.
Yes, unexpected expenses can change everything. Medical bills, repairs, emergencies, family needs. These things can happen anytime.
That's why having an emergency fund is very important.
An emergency fund is like a safety net. It protects you when something unexpected happens.
Yes, and even if you can't save a lot, starting with a small amount is still a good step.
Exactly. Saving money is a long process. It doesn't happen overnight.
Small savings can become big savings over time.
And when you have some savings, you feel more confident.
You feel less scared when life surprises you.
And life loves surprises.
Usually expensive surprises.
True.
Now, let's talk about something more positive. Spending on fun.
Good. Because money conversations should not always feel serious.
Exactly. Do you spend money on hobbies or entertainment?
Yes. I believe it's important to enjoy life. So I keep a small part of my budget for things I enjoy. Maybe eating out with friends, watching a movie, buying a book, or doing something relaxing.
That's a healthy approach. A budget should not feel like a punishment.
Exactly. It should help you live better, not make you feel restricted.
I agree. If a budget is too strict, people may give up quickly.
Yes, that's why a realistic budget is better than a perfect budget.
That is a great line.
Thank you.
A realistic budget is better than a perfect budget. Because a perfect budget that you never follow is not useful.
Very true. So, what is the most important rule when it comes to money?
The most important rule is simple. Don't spend more than you earn.
Simple but powerful.
Yes. If you spend more than you earn, you will slowly fall into debt, and that can create stress and problems in the future.
That's why small changes matter.
Exactly. Track your spending honestly. Create a simple and realistic budget. Save a small amount regularly. Avoid unnecessary debt. Reduce small daily expenses. And most importantly, be patient with yourself.
I like that last one. Be patient with yourself. Because many people feel bad when they make money mistakes.
Yes, but money management is a skill. You learn it with practice.
And mistakes are part of learning.
Exactly. The goal is progress, not perfection. Before we finish, let's quickly remember the most useful words from today.
Good idea. Let's keep it simple.
Budget, a plan for how you use your money.
Income, money you receive.
Expenses, things you spend money on.
Savings, money you keep for later.
Debt, money you owe.
Afford, to have enough money to buy or pay for something.
Fixed expenses, costs that stay mostly the same every month.
Variable expenses, costs that can change every month.
Emergency fund, money saved for unexpected problems.
These words are very useful in real life.
Yes, and you can use them when talking about salary, rent, bills, shopping, saving, or banking.
Now it's your turn to practice. Try to make one simple sentence using these words.
You can say, my biggest expense is rent. I try to save money every month. I need to reduce my expenses. I want to follow a monthly budget. I can't afford this right now.
And also tell us, what is your biggest expense every month? Is it rent, food, transport, shopping, debt, or something else?
We would love to hear your answers.
Don't worry about mistakes. Just try your best. Writing comments is a great way to practice English. Thank you so much for listening and learning with us today.
Keep practicing every day. And remember, managing money does not have to feel scary.
Start small, track one thing, save a little, learn slowly.
And
Don't open your banking app at midnight if you are not emotionally ready.
Good advice, Alex.
I learned it the hard way.
If you enjoyed this conversation, please give this video a like.
And subscribe to English Chat Studio for more natural English conversations.
We will see you in the next conversation.
Take care and keep improving your English.
Happy learning!
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye!